And what is going on, everyone? And
Hey,
welcome to another edition of the Houston Texans Roundtable. Man, I got three of the best content creators all over social media with me. I got AD from the H Town Rundown. Brother, how's it going?
Wonderful, wonderful on this Victory Wednesday.
Hey, Victory Wednesday. We got the OG Houston Stress. And what's going on, OG?
we blessed, man. Back to back division champs. Back
Hey,
to back champs, Brian. Doesn't matter how we got it done.
back to back chance, Brian. And then we got the handsome man right below me, Mr. Harley Dugan. What's going on, Baba?
Doing it good, man. I'm doing well, man. Texans win. It's always good when the Texans win. Back to back AFC South champs. We on to the next one.
Mm. All right, well, Hardy, we'll stick with you, man. How do you feel about back-to-back AFC South champs? Not only did we beat the Miami Dolphins on Sunday 20-12, but with the help of the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts just being a horrible organization, we secured the division. And I don't know when was the last time we had back-to-back AFC South champs.
Oh man. Yeah, that's a good one.
hmm
I should probably Google that one. But probably Bill O'Brien era, obviously. Yeah, thank you, AD Mitchell, for being an absolute dumbass. Like, thank you. I don't know what else to say there. Like his explanation of the play was even like, oh, that's what I was supposed to do. The fuck you aren't. I'm sure Shane Steichen was like, yeah, okay. The fuck? Hell no. That guy looked like a dumbass, but hey, it's the Colts. I predicted them to lose against the Denver Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
They gave them a little bit more of a battle than I thought, and hey, that video aged well because I was saying in the video before the game happened, hey, Broncos are going to lose, and the Broncos are going to win, and the Steelers are going to lose,
Mm.
and Steelers lost, Eagles won. Hey, maybe if you won the third seed, I don't know how much difference it really makes between the third and the fourth seed. You're kind of just stuck there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. Texans get a win. Damn good win. Defense was everywhere, swarming, doing their thing. They were nasty, and they showcased the ability that we can not only carry this team to a playoff victory, but I said it on my channel. I think a lot of people were saying it on Twitter as well. Like, this is a Super Bowl caliber
Mm.
defense, the way they played against the Miami Dolphins. Like, there was just the level of stars that you have on this defense, the level of talent built upon each other on this defense. It is amazing to see. It is enlightening. As long as the offense is adequate enough, you're going to be in every game, unfortunately and fortunately. But as long as the offense is adequate enough, as long as they put up 24, maybe I'm confident enough if Kaimi Fairbairn don't miss any field goals. I'm confident enough that the defense can do their thing, and that's what D'Amico loves, right?
That's exactly what he does love, man. He's willing to win by 1 point. Stress since Houston Texans back to back AFC South champions. They get it done at home, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I mean, kind of what Harley was alluding to, like this season overall for a lot of fans has been pretty frustrating, and I understand why. I get it. Obviously the expectations are super high, but all things considered, offensive struggles. We clinched the division with 3 games left. Like, how upset can you be? I mean, now we're like talking about, should we rest our starters for 3 games? Like,
Mm.
this is a crazy. We are in a very enviable position. But I agree with what Harley said. Like, and it's kind of taken me a little bit to understand this. And like, once I kind of understood this, it's like made me more comfortable as a Texans fan, like confident going forward. But just understanding like this is like the way D'Amico Ryans wants to build his team. It may not be what we all want as fans. We want the high-powered offense scoring 30 plus points a game and blowing teams out, but he wants to build it through an elite defense. And as Harley said, this is an elite Super Bowl caliber defense. Yeah, they've had a couple of stinkers here and there, but overall, what they've done to some high-profile quarterbacks, like making them look, terrible, is super impressive. And we really haven't been fully healthy on defense all year, and we're about to be once Aziz gets back. The most healthy will be at any given point in time. So I feel really good. The run game is better than what it was last year. And so finishing out the season, it may not matter how we finish out. It seems like we're locked in that 4 seed. We could potentially get the 3 seed, very small chance for the second seed. But I think the biggest thing that we want to see in these next 3 games is minor improvements on the offense
Mm.
or major improvements. And like Harley said, I agree. I mean, we got elite defense. We just need average to slightly above average offense, and this team can make a run.
AD D'Amico Ryans becomes, I believe, the sixth coach since the year 2000 to win back-to-back division championships in his first 2 years. Are you also on the same wavelength of Harley and Stressens that this offense, all you need is just 20 to 20 something points and just hope that the defense does its job?
It's depressing, but
We're stressing.
we're
Depressing.
stressing, depressing because there's so much hope for this offense, and the fact that we're praising CJ Stroud for not turning the ball over on this offense is, I feel like, is a low for this Houston Texans team. But definitely the defense is a defense that can carry you. Long as you make the timely plays and you make the plays that's needed on offense, yes, this defense can carry you because that's how great they are. But how often can you rely on that before it bites you in the ass?
Mm. And that's honestly the biggest question going in. But before we get into all that, Stressens, we have a special event that we want to talk about. Give me one moment here while I bring this up.
Yeah.
Let us know about it, Stressens. Tell us.
Yeah, so we're having a watch party at Tejas Brewery. We're all partnering on it. Everyone here, as well as Tomorrow's Retro, they put out some good merchandise, T-shirts. We have other content creators that will also be there, and we feel like this is a good opportunity for all of us in our Texans community. Everyone in the chat that we've gotten to know over the years, or for me in the past year since I've been active. I consider a lot of you guys friends. I interact with you guys all day, every day. I think it's a great chance for us to all meet in person and watch us hopefully beat up on Patrick Mahomes. I think we can beat Mahomes. But yeah, for us to get together, we'll have giveaways at every quarter. Ruben will be doing a live stream, and we'll have
Yes,
all of
sir.
us hopping in at various points during the live stream. So it's just going to be a great event, and I think what we're kind of viewing it as is like it's a community thing. It's a good chance for all of us to get together in person and meet each other.
And how many people have already RSVP to the event?
Yeah, so we're at roughly 100. So if you go to my
Mm.
website, there's an event registration on there. You don't have to officially do it, but it's just good for us to get a head count to kind of prepare. So I think the capacity for the whole bar, which is massive, is 3 stories, is 300, and we're 1/3 of the way there with the 100. So if you haven't, please do go to www.houstonstressens.com. It's just right when you scroll down, you'll see an RSVP thing. And I didn't even mention too, we partnered with Toys for Tots. We're doing a toy drive also to kind of
Mm-hmm.
tie in a charity aspect for the holiday season, a season of giving. If you come and you're able, please bring us an unwrapped gift, a toy, and we'll hopefully I'm working on getting Fox News there to kind of do a piece, and if that's the case, maybe do a thing on that and maybe interview various content creators.
So we know the Texans community, and we know them well. I think you
Mm.
need to clarify what kind of toy.
Yeah. Yeah, toys for
God damn it.
kids, Yeah, just go into Walmart, Target, dollar store, wherever, man. I think, anything and nothing used, just new and not adult toys, if that's what AD is hinting at. Some people might get
None
confused
off
on.
this
So
net.
but yeah, man, I mean it's about community, and getting together and meeting each other, and hopefully this is a good game for us, and it's the start of a good run here to finish the season.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if we beat KC and we're all together, I don't. And listen, and on a Saturday with the club going on later at that night, I mean, I'm gonna be feeling real nicey. But boys, let's go ahead and give the
Little
toast to
nicey.
the give a
Yeah,
toast to the Houston
yeah.
Texans. Give me 1 second.
I
Gonna
don't. I don't.
Mm.
I
Gotta
should
boys,
shotgun this thing, but I'm not going to.
bro, you definitely should, boys. Here's to the playoffs. Here's to
Water.
you guys. Let's have a fantastic final month. Cheers, boys.
And I
Oh,
was dying to take that sip. That was so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna let's
You
go
mean
ahead.
Harley being responsible?
Hey man, that's fine.
I didn't know we were taking an actual. I thought we were joking around about it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay,
My
but
fault.
Ralph, thank you for the 199. What do y'all think of Stingley playing wide receiver? Obviously, the joke that CJ Stroud said after that, Stingley's so good that he should play on the offensive side, channeling his inner Travis Hunter. No, absolutely not. Keep the best cornerback in the NFL on where he's best, man, and that is locking down the number one wide receiver. We'll stick with Stingley real quick. AD, your thoughts on number 24? I mean, he's just game changing. And Harley brought it up all the way back then. He wanted Derek Stingley over Sauce. And every year that went on and went on, he was just continuing. He's better. He's better. He's better. Now we are banging on the table. Derek Stingley miles ahead of Sauce. Sauce should never be in talks with Derek Stingley in the same sentence, man. Your thoughts on number 24?
Derek Stingley is possibly the best corner in the league right now.
Mm.
The way he's playing and the way that he's playing and the way that he's just shutting down people left and right. The fact that he's finally allowed to follow,
Mm.
And travel with the top receivers every game, is is a thing that is enlightening, and I'm glad to see it because he is finally overcome the injury bug, overcome all of the obstacles, and he's showing that promise that he had his freshman year at LSU, and he's showing that he is well deserved and should have been the third overall pick. Actually, the way he's playing could have been the number one overall pick in that draft.
Mm.
Fuck Trevor Lawrence. But you want to talk about it. But yeah, Derek Stingley is balling his ass off and definitely is going to make an all pro this year.
Mm.
And potentially I think he's better than Pat Surtain. People will call me crazy, but I put him over Pat Surtain. What they say, he's top 2 and he's not 2.
Mm.
Oh,
Strassens, we know what's coming soon for Derek Stingley, and that is a contract extension. Now, this offseason, he brought in big agent David Mulligetta. What type of contract should we be expecting? We know that Pat Surtain got a 4-year, $90 million contract extension not too long ago. What are your thoughts on the market for Mr. Derek Stingley?
I mean, it's got to be the same, if not higher than that. I mean, just like AD alluded, I mean, I tend to agree that I'm biased, but I'll say he's better. But let's just say he's not, and he's just a step behind. Age is definitely a factor in this as well. So I mean, I don't know how old Sertan is, but I'm sure he's got quite a few years on Stingley. So I would imagine it's going to be at least that, and if not more. And I think it's very justifiable. I mean, you see how D'Amico runs his defense and how he talks about it, but having a piece like that, he makes this whole thing work. When you have a lockdown corner like that, it allows you to run man coverage. It allows you to blitz. It allows you to take away a team's best receiver. Tyreek Hill, a top 3 receiver in the league, right? He just anytime he covered him, his 2 picks were on him when he was shadowing him, and he intercepted the ball. So he literally took away Tua's number 1 target. Jalen Waddle was out of the game for most of the game, but that basically killed their whole offense. We said, hey, you can't throw to him, find someone else, and it changes the whole game. So he'd be worth every single penny, in my opinion, on that contract.
Harley, you down to make him one of the highest paid cornerbacks in the NFL?
I mean, I've been wanting this dude for quite some time.
Pause.
For sure. We've been. I mean, I've been alluding to him for since the draft. I mean, it was like, all right, I seen Sauce Gardner play at AAC with the Cincinnati Bearcats, and I saw Tank Dell do his thing against him. Sauce was okay. He wasn't so bad. But I always was like, man, Derek Stingley is literally practicing against the best receivers right now in the NFL, arguably, and was locking them up. It was always a matter of health, and he's healthy. Last year, played 13, 14 games for you last year. That's cool for me. Obviously want him to be fully healthy. So far, knock on wood, trending that way. He's been amazing. All-pro cornerback, best corner in the league, second to none. I mean, he deserves every penny. I would absolutely pay him If it's 4 years, 90 for Pat Surtain, he's definitely got to be somewhere around that range, if not higher. I'm curious because you know how it is, man. We talking so highly, but it's always curiosity strikes me when it comes to the team trying to negotiate these deals. Will they go, well, Stingley, you got a little bit of an injury bug too. I don't know if we want to, yeah, we're gonna pay you, but there's always the but and everything. So I am curious to see if the Texans maybe not pony up all the way. I'm pretty sure they will. It's just a curious statement there. It's fun.
What does Larry Tunsil make?
A lot of money.
What was it, 3 years, 74?
Mm-hmm.
Larry Tunsil, what 25 million a year?
Yeah.
Yep.
Highest paid, I want to say.
Stingley getting that 100 M's.
I think so too.
I thought 5 year 100 million. Like that's
I ain't gonna know, not even 5. If he doing 5, it's 125.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
He's just that elite, man. Like, and
I see what you're saying.
when you have someone that that can literally shut down the other team's number one option, you have to give him the bag there, and you hope Stingley likes it here. From what we've seen, there's no issue with him being here in Houston, man. He's just
Talk.
yeah, he don't talk. Very surprising. I thought with a name like Sting coming out of college, it would have been a target, but no, that's Kamari Lassiter.
I just need him to. I just need Stingley to be lactose intolerant.
Okay.
Explain.
Yeah. Well, I can
I don't need him to drink the milk.
Hey, but I kind of have a theory. Like, I mean,
talking about white woman.
When he showed up to that event, I was like, hold on.
It depends if you get a Karen or not. You need a good one.
It'll be worse. You could have had Travis Hunter's girl, bro, and we know how that's going. No, sir.
Hey, but I've noticed something about Sauce was like getting overhyped over Stingley, and it's kind of the same thing that's kind of happened to Andre Johnson and happened to Nico Collins, in my opinion. Nico, Andre, and Stingley are all very quiet players, and I feel like as a result of that, they kind of got overlooked in the national media. I think it's the same thing with Stingley. Like, I feel like Sauce got overhyped because he's loud and boisterous and always talking crap, and then Stingley's the exact opposite. I feel like that played a factor. Like, could you imagine if Stingley had Sauce's personality, like how crazy the media would be right now? Like, now they don't give a shit about him.
So two things about what you just said. Sauce is one. He's in New York, and his name is Sauce.
Yeah,
that is people like saying the word Sauce as a nickname.
Ramsey's the highest paid right now?
Yeah, he got that from Miami. Miami
need a refund.
Yeah, they
overpaid. My God.
First play of the game, Nico had him touching earth, bro.
Yeah.
And shout out to Chat Sports, man. Our guy Jeremy Chudge, Chat Sports Network.
But that part, about the name and him being in New York, that's why he's overhyped.
For sure.
Yeah, exactly. Second thing is with Andre.
Oh boy.
Shout out to you, bro.
My man, PI.
But going back to the Andre Johnson thing, I don't know what it was, but it was him and Calvin Johnson, and they both were like super quiet. You never heard Calvin Johnson speak anything, but it was widely considered he was just that much better than Andre Johnson. People would always say Calvin Johnson 1, Andre Johnson 2. Then it was the Larry Fitzgerald years. Then you talking about Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald was quiet, didn't say anything, so wasn't boisterous. They were all three of those guys in that era were the top 3 receivers. I just think that they all play for bad teams.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's definitely part of it for Andre, but Nico's been overlooked too, though. He's got his own reasons as well.
Well, Nico is because he's been hurt.
Yeah, and he had a late start to his career. People thought it might have been a fluke.
Well, I mean, he had Davis Mills. So,
hey, shout out to Mills Mafia, man. They're still out there. And Harley, I gotta ask you this question because I've seen this question be floated around, and I talked about this with my twin Toro brother, Mr. Nick Stevenson. With the playoffs, with the playoffs already secured, Harley, should the Houston Texans consider resting some of their
In
key
peace.
starters. Now, the only guy I could possibly see a rest for, or some limited snaps for, is Joe Mixon, and that's only because of the hip drop tackle that he suffered, and he was, did not look the same after. Outside of that, this offense does not deserve a fucking break, in my opinion. Your thoughts on, potentially sitting some key starters for the next 3 games?
It's tough because I just make the point that you're kind of stuck at 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really any potential for you to move up unless the bottom falls out for the Kansas City Chiefs season or the Bills. And the Bills beating the Detroit Lions last week didn't really help you. You were hoping that the Lions could beat them, and then maybe the outside chance that maybe you could grab that second seed. But I mean, that was always a far-fetched idea. You're pretty much pigeonholed into the 3 or 4th spot. But that for me isn't enough for me to go, yeah, let's go ahead and bench all of my rest my guys. Like, what is the Houston Texans team? And they still have the stigma of, can they beat the big teams? Like, and even in this year, yeah, we beat the Buffalo Bills. The Bills looked like a very different team from when we faced them to now, and the Houston Texans also look like a very different team as well. So in our own rights, but the Bills look like the best team in football. Like, I mean, Josh Allen is doing out of atmosphere kind of performances right now. So I'm very curious to see how that matches up, because the Texans, I don't see them benching nobody. I wouldn't bench nobody. I'm here to play players. I'm here to play against the Chiefs. I'm here to play against the Ravens. And I know, but what if you play the Ravens and then 2-3 weeks later you play them again in the playoffs? So what? Whoop their ass again. Like, there's no just go out there and win the damn game. Like, oh man, but you could be giving up. So can they. Like, there's 2 teams at play here. Like, everyone always is focused about, if we do this hurts us. Well, there's another team. It takes 2 to tango. Like, so at the end of the day, I'm here to play my guys, and they should be wanting to play against the Kansas City Chiefs. They should have an attitude like Tim Settle. We need more.
That's a dog.
Yeah. See, I'm sorry. We need more motherfuckers like Tim Settle on this team.
What?
Like, that's exactly what we need.
What?
I'm just saying, man. Like, that's the kind of attitude that we have been missing from this Houston Texans team. And people and fans specifically complain about the suit and tie kind of good boy, choir boy attitude. But then y'all are the same ones saying we should be benching guys. Hell the fuck no. We're here to go in there and beat Kansas City and beat the damn Ravens. Like, come on, man. That's what I want. I want to see the Texans do some damn magical stuff. That's what I need to see.
And like, to those people, Hardy, like, who say, well, can you really beat the team twice? And I say, I mean, what type of confidence are you going to have if you lose this game? Like, to that mindset, right? Like, my guy says, I'd rather lose these next 2 games and then beat them in the postseason. And I'm like, I mean, well, duh. Like, who would
loser
not
talk.
want that? However, like, what type of confidence would you have going in, to the postseason with the L against Kansas City, an L against Baltimore? As contagious is confidence, a negative mindset could be just as contagious. AD, your thoughts on resting players this final 3 weeks of the season?
When I hear that, I think about my boy C-Roll. Rest in peace, C-Roll.
Rest in peace.
Yes,
Favorite quote was committed to mediocrity. Like, when you sit up here and say, I'm cool with us losing the next 2 games or whatever, that's being committed to mediocrity. You have an opportunity to get the 3rd seed, play a team like the Chargers, who just got their ass waxed by fucking Tampa Bay. And so, like, that's a team that you're playing. When you're the 4th seed, you're playing Pittsburgh or Baltimore. Okay. Oh, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. But definitely, like, that shit there is blasphemous. in my Stephen A. Smith vocabulary. And like it's unacceptable. You're not swarming if you're talking about losing any games.
And
Period.
what does swarming stand for, AD?
Smart.
Okay.
There we go. That's one. Let me see. With
Okay.
relentless
Okay.
and something. No. Smart.
Damn, you
with-
know what swarm means, AD?
No.
I didn't expect that.
Special work
Someone cut
ethic.
the live.
There you
Someone
go.
cut
And
the live.
that's correct.
I'm
I
kind of
was like-
forgetting now too. It's something relentless mindset, but
Yeah,
what is
I
that?
got
Special work
relentless, yeah.
ethic.
Special
and
work
relentless
ethic.
mindset.
Special
and
work ethic,
relentless
yeah.
I
mindset,
said
you
smart.
bastards. Come on.
actually
We're
called
supposed to be
Cut the
swarming.
live. Cut
It's actually
the live.
swerm, not swarm. It's swerm. Work ethic has either an E in there.
Oh man.
All right.
Hey,
Sorry
guys,
about
bro,
that.
you know?
We're not swarming right now.
No, we're not swarming.
We're not. But you know,
No.
this defense is swarming stressings because it's not just Derek Stingley. It's rookie Kalen Bullock with one interception, almost took it back. Should have had a second. It's Kamari Lassiter who has 3 interceptions himself, and he's just as locked down. This young secondary, man, it's elite, and in the future, man, it's going to be amongst one of the best in this league.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they're already. I was just thinking about this earlier today. Are Kalen and Kamari, are they the best ever rookie duo secondary in NFL history? I mean, like, could you think of any other ones? I mean,
The Eagles got something good going with Cooper DeJean and that other safety.
I guess that's a pretty good point. Like but like off top of mind, I can't really think of another rookie duo. And the fact that we got them, second and third round, like it's not like you got 2 first round picks either.
Mhm.
And
That's
you
a
have to
great.
imagine,
That's a.
yeah, right.
What young Legion of Boom?
Yeah, so we got to think of a nickname for these guys for Kamari and then today I had posted a clip from the presser about how basically like CJ said they're joined at the hip, they're always wearing the same clothes, and I believe Jonathan Alexander wrote an article about them, how basically like they're like best buds. So yeah, we got to find a name for that duo, but yeah, they're very impressive, and you have to imagine that D'Amico had
Harley has it.
You got the nickname?
Kamari says it every time on his Instagram, and I'm shocked that this hasn't been trending all over Twitter. He literally calls them Hawk and Lock. It's like literally, it is so there. It slaps everyone in the face.
You're right. I saw that.
Every Instagram story, Kamari Lassiter is like Hawk and Lock. And same thing, Kalen Bullock says the same thing. And then they put Hawk, Lock, like the emojis, Hawk, Lock, and then they put Sting because the B with Sting. So they
That's
got
so
Hot Lock
sick,
and Sting.
dude.
I mean, Hawk and Lock
That's
is a
so
great
sick.
nickname. That's got to be thrown on a shirt
I'm about,
right
to make,
there.
I'm about to make a
You're gonna have
t-shirt
my
right
girl
now. Hold up. Hopefully she unlocks eventually.
I mean, gonna get stung, huh?
Oh my god. AD,
Yeah.
man. When you look at this young secondary, dude, like what does it remind you of? Have we seen anything like this in the past where you have a legit, weapon in your secondary? You got a ball honking safety, then you got 2 lockdown corners, and you have whatever the hell between Eric Murray and Jimmy Ward. Just it's crazy to think that we rely on this secondary where in the beginning of the season we were like, damn, we're starting 2 rookies back there.
Definitely think that this is something that hasn't happened before in a while. That I think both of them have 4 picks.
Kalen has 4, Kamari has 3. No, Kalen has 5, Kamari has 3.
Right. Okay. So the fact that both of those guys, 8 picks between them,
They could both have like 2 or 3 more apiece at least.
that definitely. I see them having 10 interceptions by the end of the season between both of them. That's
crazy,
right? That sounds crazy. And I don't think we've had this first of all, we haven't had this in Texans history. This type of secondary that can shut down and just make great quarterbacks look, below average, shouldn't be playing the game of football. I think Josh Allen was 9 for 30.
Yes.
And then Jared Goff 5
They forget
interceptions.
about that 9 for 30, man. They really do.
Yeah, act like it was a fluke, like it wasn't our defense.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Dan
you can
Mitchell.
say that, but then you look at what we did to the quarterbacks following. You look at what we did to, like I
Yeah.
just said, Jared Goff. Jared Goff is possibly in the running. Well, he's not
We
with
derailed his MVP case. After that, they kind
yeah,
of quit talking about it.
yeah. So it's like you had all of these different things, and I'm like, yeah, the secondary is legit. The secondary is one of the best. We haven't had it in Texans history, and
Best secondary ever in Texans history.
It's got to be up
it's
there.
so only one that challenges it is the AJ Boye,
J. Joe.
Jonathan Jones,
Boye was nice, dude.
Daniel
That
Manning.
1 year.
Hold on. Let's go to that now. That one is the 4. Daniel Manning, Glover Quinn,
Yep.
AJ
Glover
Boye,
Quinn. Yeah,
and Jonathan Joseph was
that's
your
true.
secondary.
Were they
Glover-
starting at the same time? I don't think Glover Quinn was starting.
Glover Quinn was gone.
Yeah, I
thought
think he was
Kareem Jackson
gone.
was the other
If
safety.
he was with the 4, then yeah. But I know he was a big free agent to Detroit, right?
Yeah, but I think he was there. I
was-
think he was there the last year.
Hmm.
Like the first year of Jonathan Joseph and Daniel Manning, that was his first. That was his last year. I may be wrong, but I'm thinking that's what happened.
Well, then
Well,
how
the fact that
about
we're even
J-Joe and
talking
Boye
about that
versus
just
Sting
goes
and
to
Kamari?
show like how great this new young secondary is. And you think going forward the next, at least 4 to 5 years, you're gonna have one of the best units in the NFL. Harley, we know what's in front of us this Saturday. Not only are we traveling to Arrowhead, we are facing the 13-1 in Kansas City Chiefs with Taylor Swift, with the devil behind them. How are your feelings going into this game?
Oh man, I'm excited about this actually. Man, you get the Chiefs game. Tim Settle got me hyped, man. I'm like, we're gonna be running through Arrowhead. Hey, I'm hyped. Tim Settle is a guy that's very opinionated, especially it seems like the last few weeks specifically. I know he's been like this the whole year. Last few weeks, man, he's been talking, and I'm up for it. I love
He
it.
deserves it, man. He's been playing fantastic.
He's been playing his ass off. So
Walks that walk.
yeah, man. I mean, kudos to him. I'm very excited considering the Texans defense. Everyone's really shining a light, and I'm talking about the national media, not just us, but national media is really shining a light on this Texans defense. It could go into another stratosphere when they play the 2 best quarterbacks, arguably in the NFL, probably 2 of the top 3 best quarterbacks, since Josh Allen is just playing like an unearthly god right now. So, I am very curious to see what D'Amico Ryans and this defense can do against the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. I don't give a damn about no ankle sprain. I've seen that storyline too many times. The NFL script writers need to change that story, man. They need to rip that page out. They've done this too many times. Patrick Mahomes is playing. Like, we all know he's playing. He was never going to miss this game. I saw this a few years ago. Now, if you're on the field, you're healthy. If you're not playing, put a damn boot on it. Like, if you're not healthy, put a damn boot on it. You on the field, you healthy, and I can't wait for this defense to turn up, man.
Patrick Mahomes.
Go ahead.
It's a fake ass bitch. Point blank period. Patrick Mahomes gets injured every 5 minutes and is back playing and running around like nothing ever happened. And they were like, "Oh, he heals like Wolverine." No, he doesn't get hurt in the first place.
Nah.
Like I think it was said on Twitter, he creates his own adversity. Like they need I gotta overcome it. I gotta overcome this ankle injury. I gotta overcome this BS knee injury or whatever. It's always a lower extremity. It's never nothing up top.
It's never a shoulder or a pec or a collapsed lung. It's always the ankle that he just hops off of and throws a fucking 40-yarder with. Dude.
The media is complicit too. They love to kind of like hype it up like it's some miraculous story as well.
Oh, they gargle that shit down.
They got that Gok 3000 on Patrick.
AD, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this game, bro?
Hey, I'm excited. I'm expecting us to beat that ass, man. I'm expecting us to beat that ass on Saturday. No doubt. I just got a feeling we're just gonna walk into Kansas City and put a stamp on it and shut them down.
I don't want to get too excited because, like, when I was, watching the game preview that the NFL put out, and they keep on talking about they've been in 10 straight, just one score games. And I'm like, man, if it's one score games, there's no one, better than that than the fucking Houston Texans. We've been in one score games since, D'Amico got here. And you feel like with this defense, with Daniil and Will both having 10 apiece, and there's no signs of either of those two stopping. Like Harley said on Bleacher Report, man, you got a Super Bowl defense. You got something that could win you a playoff game. I called the Ravens gog fly.
What are we doing? What are we doing in the comment section here?
How do you
See what happens when you win the division?
Hey, and that's crazy, right? Because last year we didn't win that bitch till week 18.
Yeah,
we're chilling.
Now we're here, like with 3 games left, and we're
shout out to the Jaguars for choking on that chicken bone, man.
Oh my god,
soft ass Jaguars fans, man.
Oh man, did they take a
3 steps backward?
Hey, let's go ask UCF how they doing, man.
But yeah, but no, I feel good. I mean, like you said earlier, like we'll be at the watch party together watching this. If y'all joined us late, make sure and join us at Tejas Brewery in the Heights area for the game. But I'm confident, like, with or without Mahomes, I hope he does play, because I know if he doesn't, it's going to be a lose-lose from the public perception's eye. It's going to be, oh, you beat the Chiefs without Mahomes, it doesn't count. And then if we lose, we're the worst team ever. But no, I'm super confident, and the biggest thing that makes me confident is, you alluded to it, one part of it is Will and Daniil, the best edge rushing duo in the league, against probably the worst offensive tackle duo in the league. Yes. And it's kind of funny how national media has been giving Pat Mahomes all these excuses about how terrible his O-line is, when it's only been the past 6 to 7 weeks or less that it's been bad. With only the tackles, they have the best interior, by far the best interior, and then maybe the bottom of the league at tackles. But, when he's on national, TV and he gets sacked, they're like, oh, he can't do anything. And it's like a fraction of what CJ's gone through. But anyways, Will and Daniil on the edge against those tackles, like, good luck, bro. So, I mean, if I'm the Chiefs, I wouldn't play Mahomes. Like, I don't know if they're doing gamesmanship, but I wouldn't even play him if he was healthy. I'd be debating not playing him against the Texans. Like, he's going to get his ass hurt and potentially be out for the year. Even more so with the bum ankle, he's not going to be able to escape these rushers. So I think we have a really good chance to win. I think it'll be a great game, but I can't wait, man.
The NFL called and said, Patrick, you got to play.
Yeah, they want that money for sure.
One, this
standalone game.
Standalone game on NBC, national television game. And then, of course, he's going to play on Christmas. Got to play on Christmas.
Got to do it for Beyonce. Harley, you got a pregame speech for us, or we're gonna wait a couple more days?
Shoot, we can do that motherfucker live. Fuck all that.
Yeah.
We can do it live pregame.
For the watch party. Once again, let me put up the flyer up here so the 129 people in this stream could check out.
Yeah, go RSVP right now.
Shit, go ahead.
2101 Summer Street, Houston Texans is the place. Kickoff is at 12.
Yeah.
Thought he started at 3.
No.
I would have been late.
You gotta wake up a little early, huh, Ruben? Don't be going too hard on Friday, bro.
Nah,
get
Friday
some rest.
We're going to the. I'll be up. Don't worry about me.
Oh, he'll be up.
But we'll probably get there at least an hour early. We'll probably get there at least 11. I'll be there early.
Yeah. 11's the goal. 11's the goal. And then we'll start the live stream around 11:20, right? We'll get Texans on 3 on there in the pregame, and then we'll cycle in all the other content creators, man. So make sure you guys pull up. And once again, we just want to thank everyone for being a part of today's live stream, our biggest of the season so far. If you're going to go there, we already had 100 people RSVP. We'll see you Saturday. We need 80 of y'all to buy us a beer. Guys, do us a favor. Have a blessed